basketball fans to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. A Sunday broadcast of the NBA.
It's going to be the Golden State Warriors up against the Toronto Raptors. And with the opening tip on the way, let's head out to Toronto and join our broadcasting team of Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Along with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. Hey, guys, taking a look at Andre Iguodala. What will we see from him?
Well, Iguodala is one of the elite perimeter defenders in the game. And what I love about him is he can guard any of the perimeter positions, 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter. He's so mobile and active, great anticipation, and a really good help defender as well.
Yeah, he's outstanding. Even if he's not at the point of attack, he's always lurking in the passing lanes. His defensive awareness enhances his great physical gifts at that end of the floor.
For the Raptors, happy to be here in Toronto right now in the midst of a nice homestand. Time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
And no matter what they tried to do in that loss, Kevin, it just didn't work out for them.
Yeah, to me it seemed like they kind of gave into it. Like you said, they didn't show too much fight back when it got to double digits, and that's concerning.
And it's nice to see Raptors coach Dwayne Casey getting another chance at being a head coach. A lot of people felt he got a bum rap back in Minnesota in 2007. He had that team overachieving at 500 when he was let go. So I'm glad he's gotten a second chance and he's making the most of it.
And you go back to that Timberwolves team at 500. Casey was let go, and then, Steve, they went 12 and 30 after he was gone.
Yeah, they struggled with his departure, and a lot of the players actually were sad to see him go. So, you know, that's sometimes the case in the NBA. You know, coaches get blamed for everything, fairly or not. And in Casey's case, I respect the fact that he got back to work, did a great job in Dallas as an assistant, and is now the head man in Toronto trying to get this team turned around.
Curry, good. Oh, boy, looks like he was injured there.
Yeah, from the look on his face, he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, it sure looks that way. He's going to come out of the game right now and get that thing checked out.
Aaron Gray, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Mark Jackson and I spoke for just a couple of moments, and he said a big factor in this game will be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. He admitted being a fan of his game, saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. Defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
Thanks, Doris.
Well, that's a solidly executed pick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set, did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
Here's Lowry, following the score by Golden State. Hansbrough, the pass to Beasley. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Curry gets the screen from Lee. Curry kicks to Lee. Back to Curry. Lee, a screen on Lowry. Curry dishes to Lee. It's hauled in by Gray.
most of the time that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
For three, Beasley. They get it back. Hansbrough goes up and lays it nice and easy. Hansbrough's got his first points in this one.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable. Tyler Hansbrough, a physical player, came out of North Carolina, is really good at drawing fouls in bunches, even in limited playing time.
They grab their own miss. Thompson misses.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
DeRozan passes to Lowry. He dishes it to Gray. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And for Hansbrough, a low career field goal percentage for a big man, but his free throws help make up for that move.
Yeah, he's a guy who's just going to put his head down and try to create contact, get to the line, find some garbage points around the basket, but he's an energy guy and someone you love having coming off the bench because of the spark he can provide when he enters the game.
Now Lowry, after the missed three from Klay Thompson, pulls up, and again it's Toronto converting. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. The drive by Iguodala, back to Curry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, with Steph Curry, it's never been a question about his talent, guys. It's always been a question about how are his ankles going to do. But really, he only missed significant time in the shortened season. And for the most part, he's been healthy and highly productive.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
Lowry gets a screen from Gray. Iguodala against Beasley. He kicks it to DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. DeRozan's got his second basket of the game. And a few ankle tweaks for Curry last season. But with the big brace he wore, he said the pain was mostly from the brace bruising his ankle than anything else.
Well, it sounds to me like maybe you should take the brace off. Maybe a smaller brace so he doesn't get the bruising. That would be smart.
Exactly.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against New York.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team. Guys, they never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
It's stolen by Curry. Oh, here comes Curry all alone. Goes back up. In deep, Lee drops it in.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Lowry against Curry. And Lowry gets it to go.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Now here's Lee, averaging 14 points a game. Now here's DeRozan. Now the feed to Lowry. Good on the shot. Lowry's got 6.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
Curry kicks to Bogut. Thompson. Golden State moving it around. It's stolen by Hansbrough. Ball's knocked loose. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession.
Looking at Golden State since the All-Star break, we get a look at the numbers they put up. Tops in scoring. First in assists. And they're also #1 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. An aggressive team that ball hawks very effectively.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
Look at the teams that have been dominant offensively over the course of the past month. The Warriors, number 1.
You know what, Kevin, as a team, they've been getting great results offensively. I mean, they seem to always get the ball to the right guy at the right time in the right position.
Hansbrough with the ball. Covered by Lee. Rocket 6. Here's Gray. Lowry for 3. Thompson with the rebound. And for Mark Jackson, there have been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling. And Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him. And that's most of the battle right there.
Here's Lowry. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. Here's Gray. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. Warriors have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Iguodala outside. Pass to Bogut. Back to Iguodala. Feeds to Curry. 13 feet away. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. And that's now 11 points for Steph Curry. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. We'll take a look at the Warriors. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And checking out Oklahoma City. 6.5 games behind them.
Well, I think for Golden State, they're really quite an incredible success story. After coming into the season with such low expectations, they've really turned the league on its ear. They've been very impressive.
You know, I thought it would take them a long time to get all the pieces to fit this year, but little did I know that. I mean, those pieces were already in place, seemingly right out of training camp, Clark.
Jermaine O'Neal's checked in for Golden State. Thompson left side. Outside Curry. 6 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Raptors trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And that one is good by Beasley.
You gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Now Curry. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against New York. Back to O'Neal. Pass to Curry. He feeds it to Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Barnes has got his first 3 points of the game.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Toronto's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Outside Lowry. Fires the 3. That's good. Lowry's got 9.
And these shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Back to Curry. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, we all know that Curry is a tremendous shooter, just like his father. Quick release, pinpoint accuracy, deep range. But what I like about Curry is his passing ability. He's such a good playmaker and tremendous court vision.
And the thing I like, Steve, is Steph's not just a spot-up shooter. He can create his own shot off the dribble. And he makes tough shots on the move.
You know, they've been beating this club to a lot of loose balls and rebounds here early on.
Love the work ethic they've come out of the locker room with.
Here's Beasley. Can't get it to go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
He's not a guy they're going to be able to count on the way he's playing in this quarter. Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Now here is Lowry. Coming off a solid outing against Washington. There's the 3. They get it back. Hansbrough. DeRozan. Off target from the wing. Curry with him. He's against Jerebko. Right side Lowry. DeRozan out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. Different look here for the Warriors. Warriors leading by 6. O'Neal is screen on Augustine. Raja Bell on the wing. From past the arc. Timeout called the Warriors.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court. So I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there. So take the time out and give yourself a chance to regroup.
And O'Neal backs in. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Bell. Now the dish to Barnes. Augustine grabs the board.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Well, I watched this kid in college at North Carolina, Harrison Barnes. At 6'8", he's got a strong frame, a nice touch, hard-working, and he's really a student of the game. He's got the prototype body and game for an NBA small forward.
Now, here is O'Neal. Back to Bell. Fires, high post. Can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Barnes against Augustine. Leads him in there. Shot to end this cold run. Douglas with the steal. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And going back to Barnes, not just size, but almost a 40-inch standing vertical at the combine. Off the charts.
And you factor in, he's got a great high release on his jump shot, able to get his shot off pretty easily. Really a quality player in this league. Size, strength, and shooting ability. That's always a good combination.
Now here is Augustine. He had 10 points in the win against Washington. Wide open. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. .125 left to play in the first quarter. Douglas off the pitch from Spates. Douglas dishes to Barnes. That's in, coming off a nice assist from Douglas. And that's now 6 points for Barnes. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Washington Wizards.
And it was so important for their bench to come in and play well in that game. I thought that was critical to the victory.
Well, they got contributions up and down the roster, and that's what you need. Everybody who stepped on the floor contributed.
Now, here's Valanciunas. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. And again, no good by Toronto. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Barnes kicks to Spates. Golden State moving the ball around. Three-pointer, Bell. Toronto grabs the miss.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Now here is Augustine. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And there's a whistle that goes on Raja Bell. That is his first foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Gay's checked in. Here's Gay. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Now, a severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
17 seconds left in the first. Douglas kicks to Bell. The pass to Spates. Back to Bell. Dishes it to Barnes. He's covered by Gay. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Warriors have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
And they're right around 74% as a team from the free throw line to this point of the season.
And Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Warriors lead by 13. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto.
This Wednesday, March 5th, Paul George and the Indiana Pacers go up against the Charlotte Bobcats. Make sure to catch it.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And Steve and Clark and I are refreshed and ready to go here as well. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Golden State looking at who they've got. We've got Maurice Spates, Tony Douglas out there with Bell. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's O'Neal in at the center filling out the middle. Raptors trail by 13. Here is Ross. 14 points from him the last game against Washington. Valanciunas, good.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
And the Raptors with possession. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
No doubt the Sacramento fans want to see their team get the game. That's a big one for the Kings.
And denied at the rim, but they call the foul. Whistle blows, and we'll see him shoot 2 from the line.
You look at what Barnes has done so far. He has 8 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Jermaine O'Neal. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Augustine against Douglas. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. He hits it from 9.
Boy, I'm surprised he took that shot. You said a huge size disadvantage in that matchup, but boy, great job to bury.
Bogut sends a screen for Douglas. Pass to Bell. Second chance shot. Got a piece of it. Bogut the pass to Bell. It's good from long range. Bell's got 5.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Augustine against Douglas. And Augustine kicks today. 6 on the shot clock. Augustine. And it's sent back by Bogut. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Lee's running. And the dunk by Barnes.
A good job of spotting his teammate near the basket and zipping the pass right in there.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Augustine against Douglas. And Andrew Bogut the bucket on the assist by Douglas.
Well, he recognized the advantage size-wise, and he went right at the defender. That's how you do it.
Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that specialize in intimidation. The Warriors, number 1.
You know, sometimes a team, Kevin, will have one guy who does a nice job blocking shots. Other times, a guy finds ways to get other players involved in shot blocking. Well, this team does it as a group. That's why they're the league's best in block shots.
Aaron Gray, he's checked in for the Raptors. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Bell. That's in, coming off a nice assist from Douglas. Douglas has got 3 assists now in this one.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Augustine against Douglas. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
A moment to check out David Lee here. Since the All-Star break, he's been superb. 4th in blocks and 11th in field goal percentage. And, of course, he's in the top 15 in rebounding, so a very strong presence in the paint.
And, Steve, you said it. I mean, he ranks in the top 5 in blocks per game, and that puts him in his rightful place as one of the most feared defenders in the league right now.
Lee with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Douglas leading the charge. And the dunk by Barnes.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Aaron Gray. He dishes it to Augustine. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
And Barnes backs in. Back to Bell. 6 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Douglas dishes to Barnes. That's good with a Douglas assist. 18 points for Barnes.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible.
Poke loose. Oh, and here's Douglas all alone. And the basket good. Douglas has got his first points of the game.
Things are starting to warm up from the field for them this quarter as they add to their lead.
Yeah, it seems like everybody, Steve, has the hot hand right now.
Augustine against Douglas. Augustine, that's good.
He's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Golden State's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Douglas with it, averaging 8 points a game. He kicks it to Barnes. He passes to Lee. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, what you love about David Lee is he's a guy with a great combination of skill and effort. Double-double guy almost every night out. He'll give you 3 or 4 assists a game, can hit the mid-range jumper. You can run your offense through him on the elbow. Really, really good player.
Augustine with it, now guarded by Douglas. And there's the call on Tony Douglas. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Bogut against Hansbrough. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Wow, he sure can make up for that lack of size and height because of his leaping ability.
Warriors have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball. And Steve, I give David Lee a lot of credit for scrapping it out of the center position, both in New York and then Golden State. You know, Clark, I never want... Oh, look out! Oh, wow. It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not
Holy
probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Hansbrough, a screen on Barnes. Back to Gay. Lots of room. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Golden State's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Douglas off the pick from Lee. Douglas kicks to Barnes. The dish to Bell. The feed to Douglas. 5 to shoot. Back to Bell. Intercepted. Gay outside. Passes it to Day. Augustine. Feeds it to Day. Pass to Augustine. All alone. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet. And
so here is Golden State. And here's Douglas. Barnes kicks to Douglas. Lee sets a screen for Douglas. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Guys, doesn't feel like he treats every possession like it's his last one. It doesn't matter what the score is. If there's a loose ball, he will go into the stands trying to save it.
And, you know, against him, Steve, as an opponent, you need to make sure you're making smart, crisp passes because he's so good at picking off the sloppy, loose ones.
Lowry drives in. Here's Beasley. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Beasley's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The offensive execution really well done. They got the ball in tight for the high percentage shot.
Douglas the pass to Lee. Barnes kicks to Kerr. Golden State moving it around. Douglas can't hit. Toronto, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. The shot by Gay. Great look, but off the mark. Golden State's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. He feeds it to Curry. Deflected. It's stolen by DeRozan. Now here is Lowry. 9 points in the game so far. Shoots from the high post, and the shot is good. Lowry's got 11 points. Timeout called the Warriors.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. To look at Indiana, they are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they are going to be slowing down at all. And of course the Raptors, 7.5 games behind.
Looking at Toronto, they've done well to get to where they are in the standings. Last year wasn't easy for them, and for the most part, this season's been a different story.
Well, they've made steady improvement since last year, and I think that bodes well, Clark, because they've got some talent, but they've probably overachieved to this point, but they don't see it that way. They just feel like they're playing hard and playing to their potential.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, after the Rudy Gay trade sent Jose Calderon, Kyle Lowry said that now the Raptors were his team. And while that might be debatable, he's clearly got the talent to run a team at the point guard position.
And back to Kyle Lowry, a good passer, also an amazing rebounder for a 6-foot-tall guard.
He's physical, doesn't mind throwing his weight around. He's confident. You can see how aggressive he is offensively, always looking to draw contact and get to the free throw line.
And it's DeRozan missing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time, but if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Hansbrough against Barnes. Shoots. That's good from Lowry on the assist from Hansbrough. 14 points for Kyle Lowry. Now Curry. 16 points for him. Lee is screen on Lowry. Curry dishes to Lee. On the wing, Iguodala. Out to Thompson. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Hansbrough. Hansbrough's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And good on the basket. Hook it. And it's 6 points for Beasley. Warriors leading by 23. Barnes screen on Lowry. It's Curry with the drive. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want them.
Stolen by Thompson. Curry against Lowry. Barnes kicks to Curry. There's the dish to Lee. Now the pass to Barnes. DeRozan defending. Clock at 6. Iguodala off the pick from Barnes. Iguodala the pass to Curry. No good off the back of the rim.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
And the Warriors making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Lowry kicks to Beasley. Beasley left side. Good defense by Iguodala.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Barnes with it. Now defended by DeRozan. O'Neal dishes to Barnes. Kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Barnes. And there's the feed to O'Neal. Gets it to go.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
34 seconds left in the first half. Lowry passes to Beasley. Back to Lowry. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first half. To the middle. Here's Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 5 assists in the game. Lowry for 3. And that one's good. Lowry's got 17 now. And here is Curry. O'Neal is screen on Lowry. Here's Curry with the 3, and he drains the 3. But let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Well, now that we can see the replay, it looks like he did get the shot off in time. It looked that way to me originally, and that's the call we should see here.
You're right. I think he got it off, but anytime it's as close a call as that was, in a big situation like this, it's always smart to take a closer look.
And the official call is in. It's ruled a basket. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
And Kevin, this is exactly why we have this rule. And I think they made a great decision putting the rule in. The main thing is you want to get it right. And they definitely got this one right looking at the replay.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Warriors on top, opening up a huge gap. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Damon Bruce here. Welcome to halftime. So far, it's not even close at Air Canada Center. A tremendous start for the Warriors. They're atop the conference standings and looking to defend their position. Stephen Curry with an amazing start. At the break, 21 points, and it's been a good overall defensive game for him. He's brought a nice intensity to the floor in this one. It's been a disappointment, though, for the Raptors so far. The story of turnovers hasn't been a good one for them so far. It's really hurt to this point. Too casual with their possessions. Some terrific basketball from Kyle Lowry. He's got 17 points and is up to his usual tricks, dropping a lot of dimes all over the court. Let's start by looking at seeing what's on tap in the NBA. The Suns out in Phoenix will go up against the Hawks. A good buzz always happening for that matchup. Game gets going at 6 p.m. Eastern. And another game that's coming up, it's the Mavericks against the Spurs in San Antonio. Divisional games are always so important for teams. Game gets going at 6 p.m. Eastern. And one game also on the docket, the Charlotte Bobcats will go up against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Game gets going at 6 p.m. Eastern. That'll be all for us here at the studios as we head back to the start of the third quarter with Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris. Thanks so much for joining me.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. And you know, Harrison Barnes has really been making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Lowry and DeRozan, they're at the backcourt. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Tyler Hansbrough, and it's Beasley in at the threesome. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 5 assists in the game. Golden State's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Bogut kicks to Curry. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Iguodala dishes to Bogut. Back to Iguodala. Outside for Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Iguodala outside. Off target from outside. Here's Lowry. Dishes to DeRozan. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Back to Lowry. Curry with the steal. And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. Here's Thompson. And that one's good. Thompson's got 10.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Lowry with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Lowry passes to Beasley. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Valanciunas off a big from Lowry. Shot clock at 5. And the rebound goes to David Lee. Lee's got 5 rebounds tonight. Iguodala kicks to Bogut. Out to Lee. Tries a 3. Another shot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
And he's good on the second. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Lowry. He's got 17. And it's blocked by Bogut. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
12 seconds on the shot clock.
And DeRozan kicks to Beasley. No one near him. That's good. Beasley's got 4 points now in the quarter. Golden State's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Lee, a screen on Lowry. Iguodala outside. He kicks to Bogut. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Lee, Hansbrough defending. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson in the posts. DeRozan defending. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. That free throw good from Thompson. The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Lowry with the ball. 17 points in the game. He passes to DeRozan. Feeds to Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. Warriors with the rebound. Bogut's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, guys, Andrew Bogut, when he's right and healthy, he really is one of the elite interior defenders in the NBA. He's a terrific help defender. And he not only blocks shots, but he's also good at drawing charges, which is a rare combination. Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Bogut with a screen on Lowry. Curry kicks to Thompson.
Get outside, get outside.
Golden State moving the ball around. Iguodala outside. Passes to Bogut. Thompson outside. Beyond the arc. Some solid defensive work there from DeRozan. Going back to Bogut, you know, Clark, you mentioned his defense. Steve, offensively, he's got some skills there as well.
Yeah, his shooting touch has been hampered a bit by the elbow injury he suffered. But a skilled passer, he can dribble, and he can really make plays in the half-court offense, catching off that pick and roll and finding open men.
Thompson off the pick from Lee. Thompson dishes to Lee. And that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah,
There was a lot to like on that play.
The Raptors have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Lowry kicks to Beasley. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
Curry against Lowry. Curry attacking. 5 on the clock. Lee sets a screen for Iguodala. Thompson for the triple. That's good. Thompson's got 8 here in the quarter.
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number, and it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, his mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And Steve, just like you, when you shot, you had a favorite spot on the floor when you played. His favorite spot seems to be that 3 from the corner.
Yep.
Golden State's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Iguodala, the pass to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Out to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Curry for the 3. The shot misses. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
A moment here now to see how the numbers are going for David Lee. First in blocks, 5th in field goal percentage, and he's been a terrific rebounder as well, in the top 10 in that category per game.
And you pointed out that his blocks per game average, Steve, is the highest in the NBA. I mean, he's leading the league in that category. It's there in the low post where he's been most valuable to his team, in my opinion.
And here's Lowry. 22 points for him. He feeds it to DeRozan. The dish now to Hansbrough. Tries from 16. The Warriors pull it in. Lee's got his 6th rebound on the night. Thompson for 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
And that's his 2nd three-pointer of this half. Looks like he's starting to forget about that poor first half he had.
Lowry against Lee. Lowry drives in. And there's the pass to Ace. And it's Spates with the rebound.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point. And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Pass to Hansbrough. Kicks it to Lowry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lowry's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Lee, a screen on Lowry. It's Curry with the drive. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Seems to have lost his touch this quarter, guys. 1 field goal in 5 attempts.
Outside Lowry. The feed now to AC. Dishes it to DeRozan. He kicks it to Lowry. Gray passes to Hansbrough. Soft touch off the glass. Hansbrough's got 6 points.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
And this gives us a chance to check out some league leaders, the top passing big men since we've entered the season's second half. David Lee is 4th.
Well, it takes tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of that low post area.
Absolutely, Steve. I mean, these fellas play in the high traffic area on the court, so the passing lanes for them are a lot tighter than they are out on the perimeter. Not nearly as much room.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets.
Gray dishes to Lowry. Gives him the lead pass. Gray, that's good.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Curry attacking. He dishes it to Iguodala. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, not the best statistic for him. I mean, his performance at the line, of course, very low numbers.
And guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for David Lee. That one is no good.
Well, Iguodala moved on from the 76ers to the Nuggets last year, now signs a free agent contract with the Warriors. It looks to be a really good fit. I mean, all that shooting around him, just with the way he can run and defend, should allow Iguodala to be the playmaker that really is his natural game.
Warriors have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Curry gets the screen from Bogut. Feeds it to Spates. Iguodala outside. From about 16, Curry attacking. Thompson outside. Get the shot, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Look now at the Raptors' upcoming schedule. They host the Kings after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Here is Lowry. 24 points for him. Toronto calls timeout.
They're sending guys to the line way more than they should here. They need to play good position defense and avoid the reach-in sloppy fouls.
The Raptors making a switch here. Hansbrough's checked in. Here's Lowry. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Lowry's got 9 points here in the second half.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Back to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Iguodala outside. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Golden State Warriors. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. And they're playing through a string of road games that will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. Here's Lowry. He's got 26. All sorts of time, and he hits the jump shot. Lowry's got 11 points in the quarter.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter, and just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Iguodala outside. Offensive rebound. Bogut kicks to Iguodala. Curry. Thompson inside the line. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Raptors shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Lowry passes to Beasley. And it's sent back by Bogut. And he recovers it. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Yeah, Clark, that did not look good. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it's nothing too serious.
Boy, you can't help but feel for him. I mean, one moment you're doing what you do best, and the next, the situation's really out of your hands. I really hope he's okay.
Aaron Gray, he's checked in for the Raptors. Augustine comes in for Quincy Acey. Curry kicks to Spates. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Augustine guarded by Curry. Back to DeRozan. He passes it to Beasley. And it's sent back by Spates. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
12 seconds on the shot clock.
1:15 left in the third quarter. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Three-pointer Augustine. It's rebounded by Golden State. Iguodala's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. In low to Lee. Lee sets a screen for Curry. And Thompson kicks to Lee. Passes it to Curry. Takes a shot at the elbow. And Maurice Spates the bucket on the assist from David Lee. Spates has got 4 points in the quarter.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Augustine dishes to Gray. He feeds it to Day. Plenty of space. Second chance effort. Gray, that's good. Gray's got 8.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out. The Warriors chose to wait until the final year of Curry's rookie deal to extend his contract, but it turned out to be a bargain. I mean, coming off an injury, there were a lot of concerns about Curry, but he turned into a superstar, particularly in the playoffs, and now the Warriors have him locked up for 4 years.
And the Curry contract, Clark, I mean, eye-opening. 4 years, $44 million.
Yeah, to us it may be a little odd in terms of hearing those numbers combined with the word bargain. But you better believe the way he's playing and helping to lead this team, it's a good investment for Golden State.
The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And their success rate from the stripe this season, about 77%.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Lee, a screen on Lowry. Raja Bell on the wing. Augustine with the steal. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, delivering the blowout. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Coming up this Monday night, March 3rd, the Charlotte Bobcats take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Klay Thompson. Draymond Green is out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Bell, and it's Douglas in at the point. Here's Day. Rejected by Spates. Augustine against Bell. Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. Shoots it. Spates. From deep, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Green with a screen on Augustine. Bell passes to Green. It's rebounded by Day.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
Pass to Augustine. The dish to Gay. Takes a 3. Green with the rebound. And for the Warriors, they're shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Douglas kicks to Green. There's the pass to Douglas. The feed to Bell. And Rudy Gay picks up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for Golden State. No good from Bell. And here's Augustine. Inside. Kicks it to AC. Uncovered. Offensive rebound. Gray. Misses from close range.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
And Bazemore kicks to Douglas. And the 3 off target. Raptors have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far.
Looking at the game Augustine's been having, he's got 8 points and a steal.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
And Bell kicks to Douglas. Green. Pass to Bazemore. The baseline J. Goes back up. And O'Neal finishes inside.
Well, it's about time somebody scored. This is ugly.
Yeah, grit and grind ugly. That's how I would describe it. Every bucket counts double in a game like this one. Or at least it should count double.
Augustine, no luck.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Douglas off the pick from O'Neal. And Tony Douglas gets the 3.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Yaremko dishes to Augustine. He kicks to Gay. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And the Raptors with some changes. Austin Day comes in for Aaron Gray. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for Augustine. And Bell kicks to Douglas. And another 3 for Golden State.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
That's right. I think it's time for them to start closing down. You've got to run shooters off that three-point line.
And they get it. And it's good on the way up.
Drop that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Raja Bell. Barnes kicks it to Bazemore. Dishes it to Douglas. Clock at 6. Douglas off the pick from O'Neal. Douglas the pass to Spates. And there's the call on Tony Douglas. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Well, he gave the officials no choice there. Easy call, went right over the top.
Yeah, he's got to go straight up when he's under the boards in that kind of traffic. Can't chest first into the man in front of you. That's a foul.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bell's checked in. Takes the 13-footer. No good off the front iron. And the Raptors shooting at 51%. Really solid. Here's AC, and the rejection by O'Neal. One-on-one here. Here's Bazemore. He dishes it to Barnes. Feeds it to O'Neal. Lays it up and banks it in.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
And so here's Toronto.
Go, Warriors!
Now here's Gay. Passes it to Ross. Wide open look. That's good. Ross has got 4 points this quarter. The Warriors have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And for 3, Bell. Here is Day. He feeds it to Ross. Kicks it out to Gay. No one near him. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down. Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Bell with it. Gay picks him up defensively. O'Neal dishes to Bazemore. Screen by O'Neal. And Bazemore kicks to Barnes. Off target with his 3.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Gay gets a screen from Day. Gay passes to Ross. He passes to Day. Rejected by Bell. Barnes against Gay. Raja Bell on the wing. Spates. Golden State moving the ball around. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And Bell kicks to O'Neal. Pass to Barnes. Fires from 14, and it's blocked by Urebko. Here's AC, and hits it. Unbelievable. Timeout called the Warriors. Some changes for Golden State. Draymond Green comes in for Jermaine O'Neal, and it's Klay Thompson in for Maurice Spates. Outside Curry. There's the dish to Bazemore. And the pass to Barnes. Shot to stop the drought. Augustine grabs the board. Augustine's got 3 rebounds now in this one. To the inside. Here's Gray. This lead pass, and he throws it down.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
The Warriors shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. And Bazemore kicks to Green. Curry against Augustine. Here's Bazemore. A 3-pointer off the mark. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Ross dishes to Augustine. Augustine off the pick from Gray. And Augustine kicks to Ross. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Things finally starting to come together for them. The deficit still pretty big, but at least they're taking steps in the right direction.
Yeah, I think they're doing all they can do. Playing tough D, getting stops, and then taking good care of the basketball at the other end.
Barnes kicks it to Bazemore. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, he earned that one. Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Gray. Hansbrough comes in for Urebko. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Austin Day. And it's DeRozan in for Terrence Ross. And Augustine kicks to DeRozan. For three, Beasley. But they'll get another chance. Here's Hansbrough, and fouled hard that time. They'll get to the line and shoot two. The first free throw is good. And the Raptors with some changes. Aaron Gray, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Quincy Ace has come in for Michael Beasley. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Outside for Curry. There's the feed to Barnes. Pass to Bazemore. They set the pick. Makes the lead pass. They get the rebound. Brings it to Bazemore. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Austin Day, he's checked in for the Raptors. Thompson for three. That's good. Thompson's got 14 points here in the second half.
He didn't have a single three-pointer in the first, but here he is knocking them down.
And Augustine kicks to AC. Dishes to Gay. Rip a floater. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. And the Warriors making a change here. The Warriors shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Augustine against Curry. Douglas launches it. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Douglas has got 9 points in the quarter.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Now they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there?
Gay against Curry. Another miss by Gay.
He's got to contribute. He's got to produce if his team's going to get back in it in this quarter.
And O'Neal backs in. Curry. He's covered by Gay. Green with a screen for Curry. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Curry's got 27.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
And Augustine kicks to AC. He dishes it to Gray. Feeds it to AC. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jermaine O'Neal. That is his first foul of the game. Raja Bell, he's checked in for Steph Curry. .144 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Day. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Now Bell. Thompson. He's covered by Gay. Green with a screen on Gay. And Thompson kicks to Douglas. Bell. 6 on the shot clock. Bell off the pick from O'Neal. Bell passes to O'Neal. Augustine with the steal. Kicks to Gay. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
The drive by Green. Green gets a screen from Bell. 4 on the shot clock. Douglas dishes to O'Neal. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Toronto's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Augustine. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Green with a screen for Douglas. Into O'Neal. Tipped. Douglas kicks to Green. Passes it to Bell. Back to Green. 5 on the clock. Golden State moving it around. Thompson from long range. They kick it out to Green. He feeds it to Douglas. Back to Green. Pass to Thompson. Green with a screen on Gay. And Thompson kicks to Green. He passes to O'Neal. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Obvious foul. Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
O'Neal hits them both. Here's Augustine. Off target with that shot. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Steph Curry.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot, told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT, buzzing all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box, had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn field, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so, got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no, say slash slash. I won't never sell my soul, and I can back that. And I really wanna